up your head, pick up your body, get on the bus, it's time to party. It's Gregory, it is a Saturday night Gregory. Take your socks off and take your pants on, get in the car and drive on.
Welcome everybody to Friday Night Greg. I'm here with...
What's up? You already know.
Yeah, I got the reverb on. You hear it?
Yeah, I do hear it. That's because of the beat machine stuff, right? Was that supposed to be a surprise?
Yeah, everything's always a surprise. I like to have everything to be a surprise always.
I guess it's hard. I guess I just always have to remember that. Every single element is to be a surprise.
Every single thing. Except your name. Your name and your plugs. Everything's a spoiler.
The idea of the audience at home is highly contingent. Every single element is a surprise. Like you would go like... hey, man, don't save that conversation. That was supposed to be a surprise. You're not supposed to tell them what we might be talking about. Yeah. It's all a shock.
I'm going to turn off that nah, leave it.
Yeah. Look, man, it's mostly Rad Dudecast fans, right?
Right.
So
no, they're all Greg fans now.
Oh, they've converted Friday Night Greg fans.
I made them burn.
Renounce your Rad Dudecast faith in the name of Greg. I wouldn't put it past you that you're crazy enough to do that. Some kind of mailed blood oath that these poor people in the Midwest might have to send you. Some kind of proof of dedication.
A letter of cancellation and reaffirmation.
Right. Some live audio clip saying how Brendan sucks, or whatever it is. But what I meant by that, but was they've sat through. I mean, our audio in the beginning of the Rat Duke it was like hearing dispatch radio from like old wars.
Yeah, but that was 8 years ago.
No,
we were one of the only podcasts.
We were one of the 5 podcasts that were out there. Keith and the Girl, us, Mark Maron, a sports podcast and a news podcast. But they're all fans from then, you know?
Yeah.
So they'll probably be like, oh, because sometimes they do. They'll get those messages that'll be like, I miss the good old day. I miss when I was asleep. They go, I miss when Anthony was asleep. Brendan was quietly furious.
No one says that.
You couldn't hear anything.
You try to say, like, people miss when I used to go to sleep.
They say that. They do say that. I've got messages that say that.
They message me and they go, you got to wake him up. He's so funny.
No, I've got messages that I've never had a person say, I miss you eating. That's never happened. Maybe once, like one lunatic. Like that would be like, oh, I miss when you used to eat on the podcast.
Shit, I tried a trick and it didn't work.
I miss
one day
they already know, man. They already know about the beat machine.
No, but if that didn't go on, I wanted to try to get that as like a loop of you being like, they miss me eating, and then just keep playing it back.
Do you want me to say it again and try?
We could try.
All right. They miss me.
Well, I wasn't ready.
Okay, try it again. They miss me.
You got it. I'm the one who tells you to go.
Okay.
You don't tell me when.
I'm not in the music world like you are.
Yeah, man. It does a countdown. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And also, I am not in the music world.
No, you're now in the world of music. I am no longer. You're a like Deion Sanders.
I am in the music world like one of those TikTok nude women is in the comedy world. Right? Like I am doing to music what a big butt girl does to comedy videos.
It's true. You will be hated by the people in the music industry, beloved by comedians.
What'd you say?
What was the thing again? They miss me eating. They miss me. What was the thing again? They miss me. What was the thing again? They miss me. What was the thing? Oh God, Greg. They miss me. What was the thing again? They miss me. What was the thing? Wow, the maestro at work.
Yeah, man. Rock God, bro. They call me the rock God.
You didn't want to put like a beat behind it or something like that?
What do you mean?
Put like a beat behind it? 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 Scissor rip. Beat behind it? Put like a beat behind it? Scissor rip. Beat behind it? Put like a beat behind it? Scissor like a beat behind it? Scissor beat behind it? Put like a beat behind it? Scissor beat. What was the thing again? Scissor beat behind it? Put like a beat behind it? They miss me. What was the thing again? Scissor. Your face.
I mean, we'll figure that out.
That sounded good though. I mean, I think you had it.
Man, who had anything? Nobody had anything.
This is cool that you have this thing now.
Oh yeah, this is a.
So how did this come about again? Harumi left this year?
No. spent a wild amount of money. No. Well, like I've been trying to figure out. This is the thing that Mike Ribolet uses because I've been looking I've been looking for like a music machine for a while because I've been fucking with Pro Tools, not Pro Tools. I've never touched Pro Tools.
GarageBand,
the better Logic, the better one.
Oh, okay.
GarageBand, and I've been like fucking with it for a while.
Okay.
You know, making summer jams.
Sure,
but I didn't know how to do on the fly stuff.
Yeah.
So then I saw Mark Ribolet uses this machine, and I was like, maybe I'll try this. Mike Rowland had one because let me tell you this.
All right, you told me that. Yeah.
Things you don't even know about. I have purchased so much audio equipment that I've had to return, and one thing is just here that I could never use because it's all the wrong stuff.
What is it? Why is it not compatible? Like all these things, and kind of maybe walk me through what all the things are. I think it'd be fun.
Hang on 1 second. I gotta do one thing real quick, which is I need to turn. This is making me absolutely crazy. Because I'm a man of.
Well, yeah, you're so dipped into the audio world now that you hear things I can't quite pick up. You know, it's people that get so interested in a particular art form and notice other things others cannot.
You got to just keep talking.
All right, that sounds good. So, what are you doing now? You're messing around with the beat machine?
No, I'm trying to turn the reverb off because it's making me fucking crazy.
You did this. It's so funny.
There we go.
You did this to you.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes in, you went, "This has got to go.
This has got to go." Well, that's good for the music, but it's not good for the conversation
Of course,
part. And we're
yeah.
learning, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What?
Oh my God. This is beyond you. This is beyond you just not listening. This is active doing another thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This isn't Greg's usual brand of looking you in the face and going, I don't know anything you just said.
Dead in the eyes.
You actually doing another thing during it. Oh my God. Doing another thing during it. Doing another thing during it. Doing another thing during it.
Your brain.
Doing another
These
thing
amount of
during it.
voices at the
Doing
same time.
another thing during it.
This is ADHD
Doing
radio.
another thing during it. Doing another
This
thing
is
during it.
you trying to write at the
another
coffee shop.
thing
You are now interrupting yourself.
Doing another thing during
I'm
it.
aware, man.
Doing
It's
another
wild.
thing during
It's
it.
cool.
Doing another thing during it. Doing another thing during it. Doing another thing during it.
No idea what you said because it got cut. I couldn't hear you. What'd you say? This is gonna get really obnoxious. I didn't know I could hear you.
No, it's not. It's actually not. I definitely I didn't come to jump on beats. I came to hang, but it's also like it's been fun.
So funny. Like, first of all, I didn't come to be on the podcast. I came to hang, and now I'm on a podcast, and you're not listening. You're turning me into a beat.
Oh my God. Every week I come over in hopes of seeing my nephew, and every week I do 2 episodes of the podcast, and then this one I'm embroiled in some kind of beat machine situation. I really don't care. I like it. Doing another thing during 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 it.
Man, that'd drive anybody crazy.
Yeah, enough of it for sure.
Tame the podcast called. I want to turn the name of the podcast and call it Audio Nightmare.
Right?
so-
Yeah, for people who want to challenge themselves. You're wise.
Challenge your ears. Challenge your ears to. Challenge your ears to this.
I'm picturing people at home. Most people listen to this driving into dividers.
Say it.
Say it again. 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 Doing another finger.
Yeah, that'll take you. I gotta come in hot and go out strong. You know, you can only put the people through. There's so much pain.
Yeah, totally. I can't imagine like people in traffic. We're just sitting here, but people listen to this like while they're doing chores or out on the road.
Uh huh.
And again. Your not listening face is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't say.
Totally.
Really? Okay.
That's what I thought.
That is crazy. I didn't believe in that either. It's really nuts.
I won't go down for that.
Oh my God.
So
Roland brought this over. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah. So Roland brought over he let me borrow his machine,
Right.
and his was broken. Like it was covered in filth. And it was broken. So I cleaned his out, and then I fixed it, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Like I fixed it. It was like wild. And then I used it, and it was awesome. So then I found a used one online.
Okay,
and bought
so
a used one
I
online. This one's mine now.
That's great, man.
And as soon as I got it all worked out, Harumi comes over and he goes, "We can do all of this on my computer program." And then he made me feel like a jerk. He was like, "So you're just wasting money, right?" So then I'm like, "Okay, well then show me how to do it." And he goes, "Yeah, it's totally easy." And then he leaves. So like he won't show me anyway. So I'm like, "Well, I don't know what you want from me."
Yeah, but I think it's more fun that you have this like
What?
that.
It's like a nightmare. It is more fun.
It is. It's like when the agents go through the payphones in the Matrix. That specific where he comes out the other side and it's a million agents. But I think it's more fun that you just have this at your disposal.
Yeah.
You know, because I think right now the setup is probably the best I've ever. Every week that I've been here, the setup has gotten better. I feel like this is by far the best it's ever been.
2 steps forward, then it's 1 step back. So like I'll clean one thing, and then another mess comes over. Like I got this set up fun.
This looks great.
And then there's a chair there.
This is a very comfortable chair.
So you seem to have a little bit of space.
I do.
But then when we get 3 people, man, that's hilarious.
Well, you can't do
It's so
3 in
funny.
here. You can't. I mean, we're knocking knees, and it's the 2 of us.
You can.
I mean, you can, but man, I did it when and I felt like when I did it with Elle, there was a little bit more room.
Because I moved my chair over.
Okay, that's what it is. But I actually think this is like, even looking at it, this looks, you know what I mean? This is good. You can see a little bit of your computer. You got all these things at your disposal. This seems to work. I think you've really found
It'll be changed next week anyway.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure it will. I'm sure. Well, I mean, because how often do you have 3 people? I feel like you're doing 2 more these
I
days,
try to
right?
do 3, but someone cancels every week.
Right.
Every single week, someone cancels.
Why did James cancel today?
Full episode.
Because we talked yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Today's full episode was about promoting his album. And it's called Check Spot, and it's about how you perform the Check Spot.
Right.
We're going to do an entire episode talking about check spots and like what that meant. This is like one of the only interviews I actually prepared for.
Right.
And they messaged me 2 hours before, and he goes, "Bubba, is there any chance we could just do it later in the week?" And I'm like, so people don't understand. It's like, no, man, I have a baby now.
It's different.
I have a producer who we call, and he has to sign on. I'm like, no, we can't do another time a week because I have to have Tito watching the kid my entire life. And he goes, "But my voice, Bubba's." And I'm like, your voice is fine, dummy. Your voice. My voice is a little
fine, man.
fine.
He announced a full basketball game yesterday. I was there. He was perfectly fine. Unless something happened within the hours of 3 in the afternoon till today.
Yeah.
I assume he was fine. The festival was over.
He was hungover or something.
Yeah.
He had some weird, strange.
He had something.
His crotch is itching today. And he doesn't know why.
Yeah.
So he's freaking out.
something.
But because I love James, check out his album, Check Spot. James Mattern. It's available everywhere. Listen to it. Yeah. Sorry. I do want to tell.
Yeah, it's great. It's very it's very eye-opening for I think the one area of comedy, specifically in comedy clubs, that nobody really notices. I think it's the least noticed of any of the spots, moments in comedy. I think it's the least noticed because it's specific to showcase shows at clubs. And I would imagine like in New York and LA.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know any other places that do showcase shows.
Check Spot is very noticeable because it's the one time during the show where you go, "This comic sucks," because that's when they drop the checks, and it's an impossible. It's for people who don't know. They usually put a new comedian in like a 5-minute spot where they drop the checks. And then you have to pay the check. And while you're paying the check, a comedian is trying to perform over people doing math, which is fucking impossible. Yeah. But that's how I kind of started at clubs.
Yeah.
And it got me really good.
Right.
I had all of this planned to talk to James about. I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to do this, Greg, to you.
No,
you know what I mean?
understand.
You feel this energy? This like information energy?
Yeah. But that's okay. I mean, like sometimes we could just have a conversation.
We can, but I'm talking to you about things I know you already know about.
Yeah,
so
no,
I
know
always
what you mean.
feel like
because this is like you were gonna have James on for this informative conversation for the audience,
right.
You're
gonna
gonna
set up his album.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
I know. I still want to promote it for him just to be
Yeah.
nice. So I don't have to have him on. I don't have to have him on.
No, you should definitely. You should have him on anyway because he was very excited to.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very funny because we played the Comedy Records New York Comedy Festival basketball game yesterday, right? So James was supposed to be doing the announcements. They would usually have somebody at Rucker Park over the microphone, just kind of announcing the game.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a working microphone, so for the first half, James kind of just stood there, which was very fun. He just stood there, kind of listening to rap music, having a good time.
I'm listening, is making sure we don't have it. Okay, good. Sorry. Sometimes I get text from Mike that says we're not recording or something, but we're good. So he was screaming over.
So he had nothing, and then they finally got him a microphone, and then it was great and everything. But but he was very excited because he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come over tomorrow." He was very excited to meet Calvin.
Yeah,
because he was like, "Oh, Bubba, this baby needs to meet me." He goes, it has to meet me. He goes, and I got to meet this. And it's so funny. He goes, you'll be there. His two godfathers surrounding him. I was like, yeah. I was like, in my head, I was like, that's sweet. I was like, you probably won't meet Calvin until he's 14 years old.
Right. Well, I have to prepare him. I was like, okay, you need to make sure that this guy, you tell him his outfit looks good. He wakes up, give him a confident boost.
Yeah.
And then,
and if if you think I'm foreign to holding a baby,
oh God,
James, I mean, this is going to be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation.
Say that again.
This will be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Will be a Michael Jackson dangling hit it with some Michael Jackson over a balcony situation. Will be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Will be a Michael Jackson dangling
hit me with
his
some
child over a balcony situation.
do those.
Will be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Will be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Will be a Michael Jackson. You would kind
Great.
held over a balcony situation. Will be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Will be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Will be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Will be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Will be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony.
Great. 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 Give me another one.
Dangling his child over a balcony situation. Be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Be a Michael Jackson Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Be a Michael over a balcony situation. Be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Be a Michael Jackson dangling his child over a balcony situation. Be a This is like what they would play on the Event Horizon. It's just like, how did the ship grow sentience and kill us all? Perhaps it was this song the ship heard.
Tell me.
Did you ever watch Event Horizon?
It's too scary.
No, it's frightening.
Yeah.
Frightening.
Yeah.
They get on, I think Lawrence Fishburne gets on this ship, or Sam Neill's already, somebody's been on it, and they're like, this thing has a mind of its own.
Wait, say that
It's
again?
like, if you think the blackness of space is scary, it's what's inside this ship that is truly terrifying. And they're like, well, we have to move these cargo. We have to move these crates of boxes. So we'll have to man the horizon. And they're like, well, we have to move these truly terrifying. And they're like, well, we have to move these truly. One by one, the ship, I think, conjures their biggest fears or something like that. And one by one, the ship knocks them off. Until they're like, Lawrence we have to Fishburne versus a ship. And
the ship kills them?
Kind of, yeah. The ship is like, have you ever watched Amityville Horror?
Yes. Yeah,
okay. Where like the house takes like a hold over people's mental state. Like the Event Horizon would do that.
Yeah, I remember there was space.
Yeah,
it's very hard to have a conversation with someone. I'm so sorry.
That's okay, man. Right. You're trying to talk, but then you're also trying to make music.
Or drive you crazy.
It's not. The thing is, I'm really not driven crazy at all. I'm kind of. I'm almost like I would say to like a scary degree, not affected. Honestly, it sounds like ocean waves to me. Michael Jackson. To people at home, have put a needle through their forehead. But I'm perfectly fine. Dangling his child over a balcony. I honestly think I can be a Michael Jackson. I lived with my family for so long, which was all screaming women at each other's throats. And then my girlfriend is Julie, who's talking at me 100% of the time. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. She is talking to me. So it's all, and you're my best friend. So I am completely unaffected by this. It's all fine. Truly terrifying.
I wish I knew how to play with that one.
Well, we have to move these. Man, when's the last time you saw the Leprechaun? What? When's the last time you saw the Leprechaun?
Oh, it's a long time ago.
Yeah. Do you kind of remember it at all?
I remember Nilbog. No, that was Trolls.
Yeah, that was Trolls.
Leprechaun. I saw Leprechaun in space.
Oh yeah,
that was like. But I don't remember anything. Just tell me.
Leprechaun's great because they know he's such a joke early on. He goes to space once. He goes to the hood twice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, most people only go once.
Yeah, most people, they're like, all right, we'll make the funnest side horror movie. It'll be like, oh, the Candyman goes to Great Adventure. But they never bring him back there. That's how much they knew Leprechaun was a joke. But it's so funny because, so he's this, ancient leprechaun. He's kind of this demon sort of character. But he's a shoe shiner at heart.
Wait, what?
Right? So, he'll, the first guy...
The Leprechaun was a shoe shiner?
It's so funny, man. So, the first guy sees him, Leprechaun pops in for him, the first thing. And the guy, one of the guys, already he's, aware. You know what I mean? He's just like, I knew you'd find me. And the leprechaun is like, I'm the leprechaun. I've got and the guy's like, you're not a real leprechaun. He goes like, look at my shoes. Look at my buckled shoes. I'm a leprechaun. I'll shine your shoes. And so at one point they're doing their best to thwart the leprechaun. Mm-hmm. So they throw him a box of shoes.
Right.
He can't resist. He wants to eat them very badly, or he wants his gold at all costs.
He wants to shine the shoes or eat the shoes?
He wants to shine the shoes. He's got no... Sorry, I said eat is not the right word. He doesn't want to eat them, but he wants his gold. And one of the people in the movie swallowed one of his gold coins. So the only way to get it, he's got to get in the bowels of this guy. They're doing their best they throw these shoes at him. And the little leprechaun can't resist shining these things because that's his job. And that's who he is at heart. It's such a funny, weird movie. And the other thing they do is so funny. They managed to put the leprechaun... They understood this as a joke. I don't know why. They put him on every possible means of transportation as the movie goes on.
Yeah.
He's riding a big wheel bike at one point.
This is so
he's
silly.
in a skateboard. It's so funny. And Jennifer Aniston's in it.
What?
Yeah, it's her first movie. They're doing their best to
it's great, man.
So
Great.
But
people don't know when you stop talking and when this thing takes over.
I'm the leprechaun. No, it's a true nightmare for everybody. Like the leprechaun is like, I'm the leprechaun. I've got like, and they like the leprechaun is like, I'm the leprechaun.
It's not. I knew what I wanted to, and I'm not pulling it off. I am not pulling it off at all, but it's still fun to try.
You know, it's because I guess it's that one. Because you can only do that. Yeah, that noise is an all-time.
I can't delete that one.
But it's that one, like that melodic drum. Is there any way to play around? Can you add in horns or anything like that?
Yeah, but you have to do it with your mouth, like. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Like add in more. You know what I mean?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da. Okay, so you want to do it. This is how we would normally do it, right?
Yeah.
Right now we're playing the Insanity Machine.
Sure.
Normal way how you do it is this. Now I'm going to have to delete everything. Oh, it's got the picture of him on the little bike. Great.
It's just it's so great. Because the guy, he's clearly a leprechaun, but he has to explain that it's just so funny. Because
Right.
the guy's like, how do I, like, he's like, you're not a leprechaun. And he's like, but look at my shoe. I've got these buckled shoes.
Wait, someone looked at this guy and said, you're not a leprechaun? And he went, look at the shoes, not my melted face, not my little body.
Oh, man, it's awesome.
You gotta, we go, so it's like, let's see. Oh, I fucked it up. So
yeah, walk me through, I guess, the makings
like
of a song.
what I usually do is you'll do like a bond, like a beat,
Right.
a bass beat, add some things.
Okay.
I like to do that on one track so that I could do all the rest voice ones that are done, which
sure.
don't really make it sound good. It's just really fun.
Right.
So be like,
yeah, give me an example.
great.
Right.
I can't delete that one.
No. Yeah,
All
that's
right,
fine.
so-
You can leave that one, but give me an example of how the song comes together normally.
So I'll go like. Then you could add effects.
Right.
And then like throw in a little something like
So aggressive.
Daddy doesn't love me anymore. Daddy doesn't love me anymore. Daddy doesn't love me anymore. That's cool. I love the bass. This is like the beat one. But
Have you used this at all for Night Cream songs yet, or no? Oh no, because Rumi refuses.
Harumi won't let me. He gets mad at me.
Love it, man.
But we were playing around with it a little
Yeah.
bit. I have to also I mess with one of the settings that I kind of messed up. But yeah, like I like to kind of like just make an. So I'll record you making a noise, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Do something. I go 5, 4, 3, 2.
Squeak, 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 squeak. Squeak, 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 squeak.
Right. Fun.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Then
Squeak, squeak, squeak,
do another
squeak,
noise going.
squeak, squeak.
Doing.
Squeak, 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 squeak. Squeak, 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 squeak. Squeak, 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 squeak.
Now give me something like a melody,
Oh, okay, cool.
Squeak, squeak.
I was going to the laundromat. I was going to the laundromat. I was going to the laundromat.
And then the more it repeats, the more it psychotically gets burned in your brain, and like almost your brain makes the movie. Right?
I was going to the laundry. I was going to the laundry. I was going to the laundry. I was going to the
Oh, I recorded over the damn thing. Maybe playing around.
But man, no, it's like it does sound like anytime I've ever walked into like you in a museum, and then they have the like have all the artists work in like the gallery, but they'll be like, oh, she also did some like video art.
That's what I want.
Those are the exact noises you hear as you watch like a pair of hands over static, over static television, a vintage hockey game in the background,
and it's like a picture of like a naked man walking in reverse, and he's like masturbating, and you're like, what is this? And all you hear is This is radio art.
Yeah.
Right?
This is radio art. 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 This is radio art.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, right.
Panic. Insanity. Make your brain do things. I want people to just go, what I want is people to listen to this episode. I go, hey, check out Friday Night Greg.
Yeah.
Listen to this episode, and they go, that's not my thing.
Yeah. right. You want to draw a hard line in the sand.
Yeah.
Between who will be on board, forthcoming, and who is off the ship.
I want the FBI to come to me and say, every one of your listeners immediately goes onto a list. Immediately go onto
this is radio art. This is radio art. This is radio art. This is radio art. This.
Oh, right. So that's what we're up to here.
Right. So are you when are you guys gonna do a full? I mean, like, well, I guess you guys have only done like some shows, and then you did James's show.
We've done a couple shows.
Right.
Night Cream's done some shows.
We've done some
James's
shows.
show is off the hook. We're doing
right.
We're doing comics you should know this week.
That's gonna be nuts.
And it's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
Because I do work better with Rumi. This is more art.
You should open if you do, and I think you like will sooner than later. Like because you did the one at Grove 34, right?
Right.
But I think if you do it in a place, and Grove 34 is great, but if you do it in a place that has like an established sort of audience and it's just your show, I think you should open for Night Cream doing this.
Do it? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey guys, welcome. My name is Greg Stone, and
art. This is radio 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 art.
Help the children play games. Help
is radio art. This is radio art. This is radio art.
Tempo too fast. The machine says tempo too fast.
I feel like that thing's gonna start smoking. This is. Can it handle that level of rapid screaming?
I don't think it can.
No, man. One of the knobs is gonna just fly off. No way.
Oh God. Let me do a little change. But yeah, I think that'd be really fun. I would love to be able to.
You know what you should do?
You tell me.
Is do Night Cream at like comedy festivals. Because comedy festivals, especially like the smaller ones, right?
Yeah.
They're always looking for like these sort of, shows a little bit off the fray that are like kind of have a party elements so they can bring that to the festival. Like,
I think the goal is we film this next week's episode at Comics You Should Know.
Yeah, you should.
And then just be like, really film it and be like, just send it to people and be like, hey, we'll do your festival.
Yeah.
And the thing is that like they're so starved for this, it doesn't even have to be that good for them to be like, look, it's a good time.
Yeah.
So You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a guy, I think I did the Milwaukee Comedy Festival. This is years ago. And there was a guy that like closed the festival. He's a comic, but he was also a Chicago guy who was a DJ, and he would just like, it was like, I think he would play his own music. But he would like, give out things. It was like a party.
Right.
But, it's like, that's what you guys could do. And any of these festivals are like looking for that,
Yeah, I mean, I would love to have like a monthly show that we...
Yeah, I mean, I think you should definitely
closes do that. Grove 34, they said they would do it. Liz at the Cellar, I think it was like...
I think that's the route,
really
man.
Wants to do it. But
yeah.
I'm like, okay, but I think Harumi's a little like, I don't know if we're ready. And I keep telling him, like, it's crazy. I don't give a fuck. But Harumi, I don't care. I was like, I don't bomb. Right. Like, I don't want to sound like arrogant.
Right.
But I'm like,
by the way, there's no way to not sound arrogant.
No, but it's like, it's a point where it's like, look, man, I have had some bad shows.
Right.
And I can have some bad shows. I had a bad show last week.
Right.
But I was like, I will hold us together.
Right.
I can do that.
Right.
I'm 20 years in and I'm confident. It's like, I can hold us together.
Right.
And I don't care anymore. It's not arrogance. I think it's just affirmations.
Right.
Harumi, all your machinery can blow.
Right.
If you just step out of my way, we'll be fine.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're good. I have enough material to go into.
Yeah.
I have enough crazy things to say. I do a podcast by myself sometimes.
Sure.
It's like, if I could do that, I could make some fucking drunk idiots have a good time.
No, totally. I mean, I think it's like, and also it's, for Liz, it's like, well, it's for them and the staff. You know what I mean?
Right.
They love it. So it's like, it doesn't matter how it goes.
Yeah.
They love it.
Yeah.
So that's all fine.
It just sucks that this is what the Creek in the Cave was for.
Yeah.
Right? This is what it was for. And now that place doesn't really exist. That's in Austin.
Yeah.
Austin.
Well, there's not a dedicated space for this.
UCB.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I could have done this on Whiplash and all those really cool shows back then. It would have been so much fun.
Exactly. You'll see, though, when you do CYSK, it is a show of that caliber and of that, like, like I was there last week, like Marsha did her like musical comedy. It's like they're ready for that, and it's a show which this feels appropriate for. It's just not like the Creek in the Cave was a place, like this is...
It's four walls.
Yeah, like this is a show in the way the Cabin was a show,
right?
But it's like the Creek was like, go there, do whatever you want.
Yeah, these are four walls where we're not checking anything.
Exactly.
Yeah,
this is, like this show would have had this like unbelievable run as like a monthly show at the Creek.
Yeah.
But I mean,
also I wouldn't have been able to promote it, and no one would have came.
Well,
we always forget about that.
That's also true.
Right.
But if you can find a venue that I don't know how. These like Union Hall or like Littlefield, like they seem to, I mean, if you can break through into there, obviously that's great because that's where the audiences are for this show.
Right.
But if you can, it's like if you could find a venue outside of these people.
Well, Grove 34 said they would do it.
Yeah.
It's not as like built-in audience,
awesome.
but like, I can make it.
That's true.
I can get 20. Look, you can fill that place with 20 people.
That's true.
And I can do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can get Rad Dudecast, the dead Red Dudecast fans, new Friday Night Greg fans.
Right.
Burn your lips for that. But I can get those people, and like we can them promoting, like we can get some people.
Yeah,
I think just to have a monthly place where some people could come get stoned and just watch something weird.
I think so. I mean, I think Grove 34 would be the place. It's the decor, everything's appropriate for Night Cream.
Just say something crazy from it, please.
For sure. The cyclones are too winding. 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 Are too winding. The cyclones
I like that
are
real
too
like
winding.
people see their weird vibes.
The cyclones are
are too
Yeah, I think the synth
the
stuff really works.
The cyclones
You know?
are too winding.
What, this is the phaser noise?
Yeah, I think so.
The cyclones are too winding.
Do some.
The cyclones are too winding. 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 The cyclones are too the cyclones are too winding. Ding, 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 ding.
When your children hate you, what do you get? When your children hate you, what do you get? What do you get? Do you get? What 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 do you?
The cyclones are too winding. The cyclone.
Anthony, so what you been up to lately?
Nothing really. I just got back from DC.
Let's go.
Great. Yeah, it was interesting, man. Like the first show Wednesday night. By the way, this place, if anyone lives near DC, Reed Kelly and Castiglione came out to the Wednesday show.
Yeah.
Which was great. But it was like it was a it's free BYOB. It's just this is like just a room in Washington D.C. There's no business attached to this room. It's just they opened a door. Yeah. They got walls. They hung some horrific art on the walls. It's like this packed tiny room.
I love it.
It's BYOB, and then so I do the show there. Taco, Charlie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Charlie, did you met
Charlie?
Yes, I mean you know,
Good friend.
Yeah, I know. But I think her name Katrina, right? I think is his girlfriend's name.
Oh yeah, she came to the night cream show.
Right, that's what I heard.
Wild.
Yeah, that's how she met you. Which is a great way to meet you. So it's BYOB, right? So like so they come, Taco and Steph come on, obviously.
Right.
So Taco, before leaving, we have like a couple beers. So, you know how Chris is. Like, he's just like an enabler.
He's a party boy.
Yeah, he's a party boy. So Taco makes these like homemade old fashions
From home.
They got walnut bitters. He makes like five. Five. Not five is understatement. I think there's like 8 flasks that he makes for the show.
Yeah.
Patty and what's her husband's name again? It's not Blair. Something very white.
The cyclones are too winding.
That's how she met.
The cyclone.
I don't know Patty's husband's name. Anyway,
Doesn't matter.
So they
It matters, but
yeah.
not
So
for
they
the radio show.
So they sit front row. Because I'm like, Taco just gets me drunk.
Yeah,
And this is for like the show, the one man show where it's like, I'm holding on to knowing the lines, right?
Right.
So now I'm drunk, but it was very fun, right? So like then Patty, like I'm like drunk, I have my flask, and I'm like this lunatic's in the back giving out flasks to strangers, and then Patty, I didn't know it was Patty. It's like I'm like, hey, you have one, and then I was like, oh, Patty.
Right.
Hi, whatever.
Yeah.
So I do the show. Show is like maybe the best the show's ever gone. It gets like.
But you were hammered.
I was hammered.
Awesome.
But as the show goes along, I'm like less hammered.
Right.
I think I'm more hammered. Then as the show's going, I'm like, all right, I have it together. So it goes great. There's like a couple people stood up at the end, which was like kind of crazy. So then the next night, I'm like, all right, let's see what the next night is. Like, obviously, it's like they don't know what they're there for. These people, like, so I have to give this like weird, awkward speech in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then the next night, I don't know that I got a single laugh.
Really?
Yeah, but I realized that it's like, oh, they were just listening.
They're just having a good time.
They were literally just like, this was like, for them, they were like, this is, you told us you're going to tell us a story.
We're the art community.
We're now hearing a story. So I kind of became aware of that halfway like through. So I was like, I didn't have to switch into I'm bombing mode. I was more like, oh, they're listening, so don't worry about any laughter coming.
Yeah,
because I don't think they're going to give you any.
No, yeah.
But I was like, but it was tough because I have like 50 note cards on stage that I'm shuffling through, and when an audience laughs, it buys you time to give your brain, I don't know, a couple seconds to think of what you're supposed to say next. But there was no laughter, so I had no seconds. So at some point, I was just like, you guys are great. It's just like there's too much pressure.
Right.
I have to go to the note cards, and this trans person in the front row goes, they go, would you like it? Should I yell at you? And I was like, no. I was like, don't do that. And then
yell at you?
They were I get it. They meant the best. They had the best of intentions. But then halfway through, he gives they give me a plastic thing of peach schnapps. So then it became this crazy show where I would do this like somber story.
Right.
And then every 10 minutes it would be punctuated by ridiculous crowd work. Drunk on a plastic bottle of schnapps. It might have been like my favorite set I've ever had. Shout out to Coco and Allison who gave me the schnapps. And then also obviously befriended Taco afterwards.
Oh, of course. You always befriend.
Yeah.
You know it's a good show when you befriend Taco.
Oh yeah, they're like, like Taco's Taco Drunk, where he's like, Taco was inviting people back to their house, and Steph had to be like, no, you can't bring strangers just back into our home.
To our home.
It was great.
Right.
It was great.
The cyclones are too winding.
How she met.
The cyclones.
That's awesome though.
Yeah, it was fun, man. That set, it was like probably my favorite two sets of like, the first set was like, oh, this is the potential of what this show could be.
Right,
you know
right,
what I
right,
mean?
right.
To the point where it's like, hey, maybe some people give a standing ovation, which was pretty crazy. I've never had that in comedy. And then the second one was like, well, this is also how it can be, where it could feel like a book reading.
Book readings are also fun for people.
If it was like half book reading, half late show on the road. It was the most fun set. It was the most bizarre fun set I think I've ever had in stand up.
So let me ask you this though,
please.
So you're doing art now. This seems to me like this is an art show. So what that means?
That is what Taco described it. He was very drunk, but he goes, "My man, I gotta say though, this is art."
That's what I'm saying. And I hate to just shoehorn myself in, but I think you need an art opener. You know what I mean? Someone who's like,
All right, open the next one.
I could.
Yeah.
Someone who's like 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 someone. Check out my man Anthony Devito's dad. His like someone who's someone. An hour of this to open your show. Someone who's like someone. Yeah, I can do an hour of that.
What do you think it would be like night cream cold?
What do you mean?
Because you guys
Like in
are
the winter?
closing. Well, sure, yeah. What's it like with night cream? Does the cold affect night cream? Obviously, that's my question.
Well, it does. It affects the wires and the technology.
Yeah, well, that's
And Harumi refuses to wear a warm hat.
no. What I mean is like, because you guys are obviously such a closing act.
I don't know that it matters if anyone goes up before or after us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but what's it like? The first thing they see is this.
Right, well, if they saw Night Cream, I think it's better.
Yeah,
because I opened with a song.
Right,
we opened with Birds versus Robots.
Right,
and like if I can bring people in,
yeah.
Because I just go, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are Night Cream.
Right.
I just have something like, we are the #1 sex and bird band, but never together. Or something. And then I'll just go and I'll talk about the revolution, the revolution of the birds and animals and humans. And then I'll just go,
for sure.
And then you come in with like Birds versus Robots, fuck your mother.
Right.
If I do that enough, people will repeat it. So they immediately get it.
Right.
So like that's an easy opener.
Yeah.
But to come in with this machine.
Oh, that's nuts.
You can't do that.
No, yeah. I was
I'm
curious.
also not good at it. I'm also not good at it at all.
Because Matt opened the show, because I did it again Union Hall
Wayne?
Saturday, right? So Matt opens the show. They were a dead crowd. By the time he was off, they were great. Matt's like a pro. He's unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
But like I was wondering if the first thing they see is Night Cream, what that does to the trajectory of the evening.
Yeah, I don't know that Night Cream.
I'd be curious.
Night Cream can't open your show,
Sure,
because it gets people too crazy. Too crazy.
Yeah.
They think now they think they can do whatever they want, right? Because when I'm doing it, people are just screaming shit. I'm walking over. I have a 60-foot wire. Also, you made fun of me for buying a 60-foot wire. We call it the Beast. The Beast is in play.
That's really funny.
The Beast goes all around everywhere.
Very, very funny.
Yeah. No, it's. I think then you to go into some stories. People, I don't know if it would make sense.
Yeah. No, I think it'd be fun. If both these things take off a little bit, it'd be a fun mashup kind of evening just to see how it goes. But I think you should decorate the Beast a little bit.
The wire?
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
But the Beast technically is only a $5 wire, and I know its lifespan isn't long enough for me to take the time to. It's so long.
Yeah, but what I mean is I tape up some fur on. You know,
a big fur
just
wire.
if it brushes by the leg of someone,
Yeah.
they think maybe an animal has crossed their path.
Yeah, man. What I would love to do is to have the Night Cream show be like, we open it a little and then have people come in,
Right.
And then like we play around with them,
Yeah.
and then like they get off. But I don't. It's so weird because comedians, only the right comedian knows how to do that.
Yeah.
Like Doug Smith can do it. You
Sure.
can do it.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah, I was trying to think of. I mean, See You in Hell had. It was like that, but you had to go. If you went well, if you just went with what the hells were. You know, and you didn't just try to do, like you got really into like what the baseline of the show is.
like I don't want to put people on a horrible show. Like, a show where they're like in a position.
Wildcats. Like Wildcats was like one of the toughest shows I thought to do.
Yeah, because it was like they were spitting blood, and they're like, "Your next comedian." But like, I don't want to stop the beat when they're on.
Right.
Like I want like you come on.
Yeah.
And then we do a 5-minute interview.
Right.
Where I'm just like. And I kind of have to let them know, like, hey, like, there's going to be moments where I'm going to interrupt you and get into a auto-tune song. You have to shut up for that.
Right.
And then I'll come back to you and we'll talk again.
Right.
Like, you're kind of a guest spot. You're kind of a guest where I'll be like, because that's how I do the crowd work.
Right.
And I think that's how we can mix up the show, too. Like, be like, where are you from? I go, where? And they're like, Cincinnati. I'm like, this bitch is from Cincinnati. And then like, then I like sing about Cincinnati and people keep trying to talk.
Right.
And I'm like, no, your part is done now.
Yeah.
All I needed from you was Cincinnati.
Right.
Because I got 4 other things.
Well, I think that maybe that's like the move of doing it at Grove 34.
Yeah.
And then just pulling from Queens people. You know?
Yeah.
Because like then, unless you're like, hey, look, I'm going to give you $200. Like, you'll say 8 words, but you're going to get $200. So don't worry about like coming from Brooklyn to do this.
Right.
But otherwise, like, yeah, probably like that's probably the best move.
But if I could do it at a good place,
sure,
like VU or something, and then get people like Chris Turner, who's like raps.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you can come on the show.
Right.
Then he'll just rap.
Right.
Mike Rowland also will have a good time. He knows how to use the machine.
Right.
Like he could have like people who will have a good time going with the fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, or just like give him an auto-tune microphone and just be like, have at it.
I think that's really fun to give them the auto. Cause once you hear your voice in auto-tune a little bit, it does make you want to be like, oh, I kind of want to sing everything on auto-tune.
Absolutely. It's the most fun thing. And that's what sucks is like, I'm not necessarily good at this. I'm just the first guy to do it.
Right.
Right. So then a bunch of other people are going to try to do it.
To try to do the improvisational songs.
You have night, I think, I don't know. We'll see. But give me something. Let's end this thing. Let's end this thing. Let's do a new beat, actually.
Okay.
Let's try this. I mean, I'm still learning, but
for sure,
this is really fun.
Is it also just? Are we doing the 2 episodes and you don't even cut it off, or?
No, we're gonna end this in about. I want to end with a song, and then you and I will just keep going.
Okay, cool.
We'll just keep going.
Okay, great.
Oh boy. Are you having fun?
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
Well, I'm asking you that for the mean reason of I have other people, would they also have fun?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if they would get too distracted.
It's very distracting.
I'm like fine. I can just talk over it like in a way. But other people might get too distracted. But like I think if you're gonna have them on with the beat machine, I think you just go like, hey, I'm going to just be making music periodically through this thing.
Yeah.
Just be chill. You know what I mean? Like, cool, just ride it out and then we'll get back into stuff. I don't think that's like, so weird.
What's this? I have something. I love when I have something in store. I don't know what this is. Someone who's like someone who's... Oh boy, that was a lot. So let's try to make a song.
Right.
Let's see. We'll do something slow. We'll do something cool. We'll do something. Let's add a little bit Somehow that happened. It didn't record the whole thing. I don't know why.
All right.
Who cares?
It's fine.
We'll just keep it going. You know? Let's try another thing here.
Flange. This is Flanger.
Lo-fi. Lo-fi. All right. Give me something else.
I'm Aquaman, leader of the fishes. Aquaman.
Yeah, just keep going. Okay, cool.
They're my fish friends. That's Goldie. That's Floundy. That's Bubbles. The Bubbles. I'm friends with the bubbles in the ocean. I've even made friends with the bubbles. The bubbles in the ocean are my best friends. Who are your best friends? Maybe Doug? Keith? Adam? Shirley? Not me. It's the bubbles. The bubbles are my friends. His friends. The bubbles are my friends. His friends. The bubbles are my friends. His friends.
Yeah, just keep doing. Yeah,
Bubbles are my friends. The bubbles are my friends. His friends. You may know my father, King Neptune, with his golden trident and his robust beard. But I am nothing like my father. I am my own man. I am the Aquaman.
Oh, that means do that whole thing again.
Do it again. You know,
That was so great. That was so great that I wanted to. Okay, let me try and remember it.
My father.
Wait.
My father is King Neptune. You know him from his gold trident and his robust white beard. But I am nothing like my father. I am my own man. Father, I am the Aquaman. Father, you know him. His friends, the bubbles are my friends. His friends, the bubbles are my friends. His friends, Neptune. You know him, Neptune. Know him, Neptune. You know him, Neptune. You know Neptune. Know him, the bubbles are my. Know him, Neptune. Aquaman. His friends, the bubbles are my friends. His.
All right. What's going on, Aquaman?
Nothing much.
See, I don't want to do that exact same thing. We got to do that. Sure. We're going to do that for the Patreon. Okay, great. Because that's how we do this.
Okay.
That is you.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do.
All right.
You're going to just do that.
Okay.
We'll find what we can find.
Cool.
And I'll just
great.
give you the international signals of this means repeat. Just keep doing and repeat, and then I'll try to catch one. We'll try to do it again.
Repeat is the circle.
Circle is repeat.
Okay.
Like do that. Just
Okay.
Or just keep doing that again.
All right.
And then that means kill it.
Okay.
Which I think of international.
Yeah, sure. I
Fuck
got
you
it.
means you hurt my feelings. All right, wait, Anthony, tell us about yourself. The plugs.
I don't think I have anything really new to plug. I don't know if anyone's going to be. I'm trying to think of like shows. Actually, no. Wait, I have like a ton of stand-up shows. I
Really,
guess.
where?
Like 19th, I'll be at Captain Lawrence Brewery, upstate New York. At Captain Lawrence Brewery,
This isn't
upstate
gonna happen?
New York. At Captain Lawrence
November
Brewery,
20th,
I'll be at Priam Vineyards in Colchester,
Brewery, is that gonna
Connecticut.
happen? Oh, nice.
And then 24th of November, I'll be at Soul Joel's in Jeffersonville, Pennsylvania.
It's a new place at Soul Joel's, huh?
Yeah, it's indoor spot now.
Oh, that's good. That's exciting. That's very good for Soul Joel. This week I'll be this Wednesday I'll be at Comics You Should Know in Brooklyn. You can check that out
at the Gutter. You guys should go to that if you're around. That's going to be crazy.
Anthony will be follow him if you. Of course, you're following him already. If you're not following him, follow Anthony Devito and follow me on Instagram. I'll post his stuff, or you can find us very easily. Also, we are going to go right into the Patreon now, where Anthony and I are going to try to make some wild music. Because I believe that we found how we're going to do this.
Yeah,
you just keep going.
Cool.
We just do that.
Great.
Great. We'll see you all real soon. Also, follow Mike V. Suarez on all things. Thanks to Mike, our producer. Thanks to the Laugh Button for having us. Thanks to all the fans and everybody who supports. We love you all, and we'll check you out soon. Goodbye.
Pick up your head, pick up your body, get on the bus, it's time to party. It's Gregory. It is a Saturday night, Gregory. Take your socks off and take your pants on. Get in the car and drive on Friday night, Gregory. It is a Friday night, Gregory. Born in the darkness, my man was too high. He created the show, so that is why that you have Gregory. Oh, Friday night, Gregory.